Hello and welcome to IDEA. My name is Amin and today I'm going to be reviewing the news from the 23rd of December until 28th. Today is the 30th, I should say, and this is of course for the last week. And I'm going to start with, like usual, I'm going to go through the news on our website, which you can check yourself, and talk about some of the highlights that I should mention. If there is anything else that you would like to check out for yourself, you can, of course, visit the website. I'll start with a look at the most searched by Divar users on the occasion of Yalda night. Yalda night is sort of a holiday in Iran. It is the last day of fall or autumn, and it's a big ceremony with a lot of food and things like that. And Divar published a report about this night, about the number of ads and what type of ads were posted on the website. And surprisingly, it wasn't about food or confectionery or sweets. The most number of ads, I think 68% of them, was about clothing and anything for shopping and clothing. These were 68% of the searches on the website. After that, there were some about food and gifts for the night and things like that. Next, we have sort of a continuing news throughout the past 2 weeks. Operators' official request to the president to double the internet tariff. This is sort of a request from the mobile operators, Irancell, Hamrah Awal, and Ritel, and a number of other operators, that they said in order to attract more investment into their company, the government needs to increase the price of the internet packages, which is now going through some investigation. And this is on the condition that the operators would raise also the quality of the internet. So increased prices with increased quality. The share of Iran's digital economy is 6% of the national GDP. This is a report by the Vice President for Science, Technology, and Knowledge-Based Economy, Ruhollah Dehkhani Firuz Abadi. And he sort of talked about the share of digital economy first all over the world, which is about 15%, if I'm correct, and the number in Iran is 6%, which is a very good number compared to the more advanced countries around the world. And every day, of course, this is increasing more and more with more infrastructure and technology being implemented into the economy. Sort of related to this, the CEO of Iran Telecommunication Company also talked about the strong role of telecommunications in digital economy. Because telecommunications is naturally the biggest or most used company service provider in Iran, because everybody, of course, is using phones, using messages to call, anything like that. And this is, well, could we say, the biggest leader in digital economy, as it is moving more towards implementing and utilizing technology. Preparation of ICT product localization system. The Deputy Minister of Technology and Innovation, said that we are going to be producing the technology for ICT, information and technology company, in our own country. They're going to be localized, and of course, this is, like I said, all part of this big movement for the digital economy. And the Deputy Minister of Industry, Mines and Trade talked about the need to move towards export-oriented productions. This is specifically about the Eurasia area, and in the coming months there are going to be agreements related to trading, and the productions need to be exported to this area, to this region. Let's go to some other days. This is 24th. Of course, there are developing news, ongoing news. We'll cover them each week, like we have been so far. News about Snapp. Snapp cooperates with Mahak in providing stem cell sampling costs. Mahak is I think one of the oldest charities in Iran, which works in research and finding cures for children with cancer. And Snapp is going to be contributing some funds for this charity to do research on stem cell sampling, which is a very costly process. I think right now each one is 850,000 tomans for each person, and with a contribution from a company as big as Snapp, this is of course going to see a lot of advancements in, hopefully in recent months, in the upcoming years. Digify Click. Digify Click is the sort of a store maker, online store maker from Digicala, and well, it's used to create websites for businesses and anyone who wants to sell anything online. Now, as this was unveiled last week, the biggest advantage is that it's free. Businesses can use this to create their website to test what they want to do without any costs and without any risk. And Digicala will also be providing their services to anyone who uses the Digify Click to create their website. Services such as Digi Express, DigiPay, and their delivery system, which is just a great basis for the new company. And the commission that they would get only starts after the first sale of these websites. So until they have not made any sales, they can use this freely to test anything that they want. Now, this week there was a big exhibition, the Telecom 2023 was the 24th Telecom exhibition in Tehran, which was held at the Tehran International Exhibition site. There were, of course, a lot of the operators present at this exhibition: Irancell, Ritel, Asiatek, Hamra Aval, basically anyone. And some subjects were really prominent in this exhibition. For example, fiber optics and 5G internet, the 5th generation, which is sort of new in Iran. And for example, Asiatek, which is an internet provider, talked about fiber optic internet and enterprise communication solutions. Fiber optic is, of course, being chased by all of the operators. Asiatek is also providing enterprise communication solutions to businesses. Another news related to Yalda, which we talked about, is the 12-month report of ZAS. This is a cloud computing company in Iran, which has been operating for, I think, over 10 years, which is a very long time considering how new the technology is, not only in abroad, but in Iran. And the company, which is the support system of the most traffic customers, the number of users was raised by 3.4 times. And this is going to be more and more as more businesses use cloud computing for well, basically any data that they want to preserve and compute. Another thing that was unveiled at Telecom 2023 was Irancell's Yellow Bridge. Yellow Bridge is the management platform of Irancell's business partners, and this is a sort of big platform for businesses who want to manage their partners, manage their sales, anything financial. It's very comprehensive. Anything related to business and company financial risk management can be well managed through this platform, which is called Yellow Bridge. And it's great news for new or existing companies which want to implement tech into their business. Irancell also announced Iran's first official digital wallet. Of course, digital wallet is for online use, online shopping. We want to save money, and it is now possible to create accounts in this digital wallet. And this is the only digital wallet that is approved by all of the central bank, all of the regulations that they have. And Irancell, as the biggest mobile operator in Iran, is of course going to be the leading company in this sector. And the other subjects, like I said, which was mentioned at Telecom, was 5G. 5G is it's very common in abroad and more advanced countries, but it's sort of new in Iran. We are only seeing the development of it. And a cooperation memorandum was signed between the Research Institute of Communication and Information with the mobile operators, which are going to be providing the 5G technology to people. The beginning of fiber movement in 160 cities. Over the past 2 months, we covered a lot of news about fiber optics in several different cities, which is now, I could say, very much all of the cities in Iran. Like recently, all of the cities in Golestan province, which is the north of Iran, were covered by fiber optics. The Najma project in Khuzestan, and all of the cities basically. And Irancell, Hamra Aval are providing these fiber optics for the cities. And the CEO of Iran Telecommunications said, as this is the fourth industrial revolution with AI technology, fiber optic is going to be basically necessary to help the other branches. We basically cannot move forward without it. SANA, the news that we have from the head of the Center of Statistics and Information Technology of the judiciary system. They have this system called SANA, which is for using judicial services online, electronically. And they said that Iranians abroad can use the SANA system to use all judicial electronic services. So even if you are outside of Iran, you can still use the system to take care of any business that you have inside Iran, which is registrations, documents, and anything like that through this system. Kaysen invested in Achare. We have covered Achare a lot on our website. We had an interview with the co-founder of Achare, Mr. Tajeddin. And well, now we have news from Kaysen company, which they announced on their LinkedIn that they're going to invest 72 billion tomans in Sanogosar Holdings. Sanogosar owns Achare and several other companies, and their recent investment is, well, it's really, really huge. And Achare is a home service company, mostly. It's very comprehensive, and they just got this huge announcement. And speaking of investment, Yekta Ventures, the investment arm of Yektanet, was introduced. Yektanet is one of the biggest online advertising companies in Iran, and they just unveiled Yekta Ventures, which is going to provide capital for startups and which would help them gain more profit in return. Let's move on to, what date is it? 27th and 26th. News about TAPC, the license to increase capital by 164%. The license that they had, which was expired, it's now been extended for another month, and it's for raising capital for TAPC. And of course, it involves all stakeholders of this company. Mina Mehnoush, the head of the Union of Virtual Businesses, she recently resigned, and the credit system in Iran has a high cost. Regulatory head. Operators will be allowed to use millimeter waves. This is, I think, 9 millimeter waves. And basically, if they want to provide higher speed internet, fiber optics, and other technologies, they now have or will be granted the permission to use 9 millimeter waves for internet. Aban Tether reached 1 million users in 2023. This is one of the cryptocurrency exchange platforms in Iran, next to Nobitex, and they recently reached 1 million users in 2023. Another news from Divar. We had two this week, one last Yalda night and one from the city of Bam. Bam, you probably know, had one of the biggest earthquakes about 20 years ago. And after 20 years, Divar has published a report on the number of ads or the type of ads which was published in this city. And the biggest number of ads was about entertainment and leisure. And next was about vehicles, which was very interesting because the most popular vehicle was Peugeot and another car maker, while the biggest or most popular car in the rest of the country is Pride, of course, but Peugeot was the most popular in Bam. And they also talked about how the city, despite all of the ruin that is suffered throughout these 20 years, has been able to cope with this and develop. Avat, the cloud product from Chargun. Avat is the new office automation solution of Chargun company, which is entering the field of small and medium businesses. It will use cloud computing for businesses to manage their data. You can see a lot of these are popping up. There's news of cloud or AI or fiber optic basically every day. And a part of this is also a smart banking. Farda, new bank CEO, which is one of the new banks that we have in Iran, alongside Bulu. Bulu Bank is very popular right now. And Farda is also another one of these companies. The CEO said, soon we will see the growth of neobanks. This is well, it's sort of becoming very popular because, of course, people can use the banking services without being at the bank, and there is more transparency, and there will be less crimes and illegality, things like that. And there's a lot of incentives from this company, like Bulu Bank gives people 30,000 tomans, and they are holding these celebrations, for example, gifting motorcycles, everything to get people to register on the bank, and it is all for free. Minister of Communications and Information, Isa Zarapur, he said that no technology can replace high-speed fiber optic communications. Said that even in USA, while they have all these satellite technology, satellite internet, fiber optic is still getting the most investment and attention, and it's also going to be important in Iran. And what else do we have? And that's it for this week. Yes. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, or check out the website, of course. There are things that I didn't talk about, and you can read them for yourself. Thank you, and see you next week.